and light, prosperity and happiness and positivity. So, welcome to my channel and Facebook and Instagram, wherever you're catching this on. And this is called Men from Mars, Women from Venus. So whenever you see that topic in the hashtag, whenever you see that title and where it says MFMWFV, that's what it means. Men from Mars, Women from Venus, and it will be the topic that's being discussed. So basically what this segment is about is how a topic differentiates between men and women, and how they're so different but still kind of similar. So today I want to talk about Valentine's Day. This can generate to different holidays, and it can compare to different holidays, and we could just use it as a base for different holidays. But we all know that Valentine's Day is coming up, and the closer and closer that I get to Valentine's Day, I'm starting to see a lot of these videos and posts and just various things about Valentine's Day, about how men and women should be on Valentine's Day. And a topic that I see often on my news feed and on any of the news feeds I have is how men are tired of women just getting them sex for Valentine's Day, how they're just tired of getting sex for Valentine's Day. So what made me make this video is that a video particularly that I saw. So basically it was, I'm just going to lay out the video, and first I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to tell you what I agree with in the video and what I don't agree with. So the video went like this. It was a man, and he was going to the mall, and he bought his girlfriend all these gifts, and he was buying her balloons, and he bought her like Gucci bags. He was like going all out and balling out and stuff, and yeah, like, you know, getting really pumped up and excited for Valentine's Day. And then he got home, and he was like, "Oh, hey, babe, you know, happy Valentine's Day." And she was like, "Oh, babe, thanks, you know, Gucci bag, all that stuff, you know." So he was really excited. She was like, "Oh, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get your gift." And he was pretty pumped up and like excited about it. And then she comes up in what kind of looks like some beat up lingerie or something. And she was like, you know, "Oh, babe, happy Valentine's Day." And he was like, "Oh yeah, yeah." She was like, "Oh, you know, hey," and touching all over him. And he stopped, and he like looked around. He was like, "Where's the gift?" And she was like, "What do you mean? This is the gift." He was like, "What?" He was like, "What?" She was like, "This, oh, you know, happy Valentine's Day." And he was like, "What?" He was like, "Man, broke bitch, bye." And he took all his things and left. So, and aside from that, I've been seeing a lot of posts. I've been seeing a lot of like memes on the internet about how women, you know, if you think coochie is just gonna give you a Valentine's Day gift, then you're this and that and all this stuff. And I've just been seeing this everywhere, and it just kind of made me want to make this video. So what I'm gonna tell you what I disagree with and what I agree with in the video. Now, so what I agree with is, I do believe that a man should buy those things for his girlfriend. I agree with that. I think that he should go all out, go to the mall, you know, get her Gucci bags, whatever she wants. It doesn't have to be Gucci, it doesn't have to be anything labeled. Whatever she wanted or whatever you feel like is good enough for you, I think that you should go all out and do that. And I agree with how he, you know, wanted to, yeah, do those things for her. What I don't agree with is how he played out the situation when he found out what he was getting, how he insulted her and called her a name. First of all, if you love her, if that's your girl, you shouldn't be doing that. You should already expect and know what she's going to get you. But I don't agree with that. I don't believe that you should handle the situation that way. And I feel like if you aren't happy with what you're getting in your relationship, you should discuss it and tell that person, rather than just insulting them and taking everything back. I think that's very childish. Just because that person doesn't operate the same way as you, or think that what they're doing is okay and you don't, doesn't mean that you react in that way. How are they ever going to learn? But I don't agree with that. I agree with the girl about how she wanted to be sexy for her boyfriend, and dress up in lingerie and give him sex. I do agree with that. What I don't agree with is that that's all she gave him. I don't agree with that. I think that if you're gonna be sexy and seductive and all that stuff, then you should be doing other things too. You should give him a gift or something, or do something with it. Be romantic about it. Get new lingerie. Just do other things aside from just sex, like do something else, and then that could probably be like the climax, the ending of the Valentine's Day, the big part of it. But basically, so what pushed this video mostly was I made a topic. I made a comment on that post, on the video that I saw, and what I said was, I said, shaking my head, I said, okay, please. I was like, if I stop having sex with you for a week, you're gonna miss it. I don't see anything wrong with giving your man sex for Valentine's Day. What if the situation was she was giving him something that she never did before? Like, what if she never does anal, or she doesn't do oral or something like that? Like, what if she never does those things? And I don't mean that she never does them for you as a man. I mean that she never does them or never has done them. Like, she doesn't like it, she's not interested, but she knows that you like it. She knows that you want to do it, and since she never want to do it, she feels like this is Valentine's Day is a special day. She can let her inhibitions go and do that. So I feel like that's a gift. A gift is something that you receive, that a person like that cares about you gives you something that they think is good. You receive it, they care, they're giving up something for you. And you can't judge that person for what they're giving you. They're trying to do something special for you. So I feel like you should appreciate anything that's being given to you. But so what if that was the situation? What if she was trying to do something like that? And then I said, so I don't see anything wrong with giving you bomb sex on Valentine's Day. I also said, yes, I can get you something. Yes, a card. Yes, chocolates. Yes, something. But I feel like the man should really be the monetary side of Valentine's Day, and the woman should really be the romantic and seductive side of Valentine's Day. So I'm not giving you and going all out and buying all these gifts on Valentine's Day, because I believe that you're the man and you're the dominant one in the relationship, and you should be doing those things. I should be providing romance and giving you the things I need to give you as a woman. You're the dominant one. You should be, doing all those extravagant things for me. And I also said, because I believe that Valentine's Day is mainly a woman's holiday. So that's why I think this. So, of course, some people, liked it and agree with me, mainly a lot of women, a couple men, but mainly a lot of women. And a lot of people, didn't. They said what they felt like they had to say, and that's okay. I respect everybody's opinion. But they mainly got a little bit offended that I said that it was a woman's holiday. And let me just explain what I mean by that. What I mean by it's a woman's holiday, I mean that women take the holiday seriously. A lot of women take it more seriously than a man does. Men barely remember Valentine's Day unless a woman tells them. They barely remember. So when I see all these posts and memes about how they want things on Valentine's Day, you don't even really recognize the holiday. Men, why do you think that on Valentine's Day, women are kind of like, they're more sensitive. They take things more seriously. They get excited for it. They remember it like weeks before. Why do you think that on Valentine's Day you see pink and red and stuffed animals and teddy bears and all that stuff? Those are feminine things. So even society recognizes that it's a woman's holiday, because society recognizes that women take the holiday more seriously. So they say, hey, look over here, pink and teddy bears and flowers and your period and chocolate. Come over here and Valentine's Day, and you should get these things. They're so extravagant, and if your man doesn't get you these things, then he doesn't care about you and he doesn't love you. So that's how some women, I'm not saying all, but a lot of them feel about Valentine's Day. They take it seriously. A man who doesn't get anything on Valentine's Day, he's not going to be tripping. A lot of them won't trip until lately in this day and age, and I'll get back to that. But a lot of them usually don't trip. They don't care if they get anything. They don't care if they don't get anything for Valentine's Day. So I think that it changed because I think it changed because a lot of the men and the women are doing role reversal. It's a lot of feminine men and a lot of dominant women, and I think the reason is because what I saw in the comments of what I had put on that post. And excuse me, and what I mean by that is I can't really quite remember what everybody's opinion was, but one in particular was somebody said that yeah, this is sad that, you know, a lot of women think like KJ, it's ideology, because they think that, oh, I believe in equality. I believe that men and women should be equal. I believe that if you expect these things, you should be given these things, and et cetera, et cetera. And so I said, okay, so you believe that men and women should be equal, okay? So are you voting for Hillary Clinton? Do you support women's rights? Do you go into any meetings or anything like that? I said, it's very funny how I think that when men want something, they want it to be equal, but if they do something, they don't, and the woman does it, it's inappropriate. So what I mean by that is women, in the same position that women get, that a man gets in employment, she gets paid less. A woman can't express herself sexually freely without being judged, without being called a thought. She can't date multiple men like men can't. Men can date women and get away with it. She'll be looked at as a hoe. She can't wear certain clothing because she will be judged as loose. But if a man does it, it's okay. If a man goes out there and dates multiple women, it's okay. If a man wears his shirt off, he's just, being a man. Men have excuse. They're a man, so that's okay. They're a man. Women have this portrayal that they have to be ladylike. They have to be a certain way. So, but when it comes to me buying you something, now you want equal rights. Now because you want gifts, I have to be equal with you. Now just because you want gifts, that sounds very selfish to me. Like, that just sounds really selfish. So I can't be anything else except for when it's benefiting you in this area. Like, I can't do anything else, but if it's benefiting you, then I want it to be equal. If it's benefiting you, then we got to have equal rights. But don't you wear those clothes. Don't you do all that. You're a hoe if you do this. So then he said that, then another person said, okay, well, this is like the type of mentality that if I buy my woman, if my woman buys me $200 Jordans, then y'all expect some $3,000 mess, and y'all expect this, and y'all expect me to get you all this. Y'all think that we should go all out, go hard, when I don't think that's fair. Things should be even. All right, well, let me just say this first of all. Okay, I personally believe, this is just my opinion, that if your woman buys you $200 Jordans, okay, then you should be one-upping her. I don't think, this is just my opinion, I don't think that men are playing a dominant role anymore. And I think that's why they're doing this I want to be even on Valentine's Day thing nowadays, because it's too many men thinking with that mentality, they want everything equal. No, men aren't realizing that they have to be the dominant one in the relationship. Like, they just have to be the dominant one in the relationship. So if a woman goes out there and buys you $200 Jordans, you should be one-upping her on her gift. You should be buying her something that is extravagant, or something that she really wanted. If she wants that, if she wants it. If she doesn't care, then that's on y'all's relationship. It all really boils down to the individual. But if she doesn't care, then that's y'all's relationship. But I guarantee you that if she bought you $200 Jordans and you got her some flowers, she would feel some type of way. Like, that's just how women operate. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying that it should be this way. I'm just saying that this is how a lot of women operate in their mind when it comes to society. They feel like men should be in control of this. Men should be doing them on this holiday, should be giving them these things. So I don't mind buying you presents and buying you things and doing something special for you on holidays. But if I feel like if I'm doing all that, if I'm putting in the majority of the work, I'm putting in the majority of the attention and appreciation, and showing you and one-upping you and buying everything and buying you extravagant things, and you're not, we're switching roles. Like, we're switching roles. And I don't know about a lot of other women, but I know that unintentionally, subconsciously, whoever puts in the majority of the relationship is the dominant one in the relationship. That's just natural human trait. Like, it's just natural. If you're doing all of the work, if you're the head of household, if you're paying all the bills, if you're driving the car, then you're the dominant one. You have the control of the relationship. So if I'm buying you everything on Valentine's Day, that's how it's going to start. It's going to start like that. I'm going to be buying you everything on Valentine's Day. Then I'm going to be paying for your checks when we go out to dinner all the time. Then you're not going to feel like you have to pay. Then you're going to think that it's okay. You're going to keep thinking it's okay as a man. You're going to keep thinking it's okay. And then you're going to start diminishing as a man, and I'm going to start taking control as a woman, and then I feel like I can boss you around, or I feel like I can tell you what to do, or I feel like I have control of the relationship. And women don't like to feel like that. I mean, a lot of them don't. Some do. Some enjoy dominance, but I know that for me personally, that if I am the dominant one in the relationship, I don't enjoy it. I know that if I'm paying for everything, I do slowly turn into that person. I turn into, not controlling, but I do turn into that person where I'm like, don't do that. And I do get dominant because I feel like I have the control, and it just slowly happens that way. Like, it's just human nature, like roles get reversed. So I feel like men should try to learn how to keep this level of, I'm still the man. So if I'm buying you all this stuff and I'm just kind of like going over you, you need to catch up to me or surpass, because next thing you know, I'm gonna be in control of you. I'm gonna be in control of the relationship. So then they started going on. The people in the comments started saying that, I feel like if a woman, one man said that to my comment, he said, basic bitch shit. Like basically saying that I was a basic bitch because I didn't buy, I wasn't going to buy my man all these extravagant gifts. And another woman said that I feel like if a woman doesn't buy her man anything on Valentine's Day, if she feel like just sex is going to solve the problem, then she's either broke or selfish or such and such. First of all, you sound very materialistic, like extremely materialistic. Like, okay, everybody doesn't care about things that are monetary. Everybody doesn't. Isn't Valentine's Day supposed to be about appreciation and about love? Isn't it supposed to be about showing affection to one another? When did it become about buying things, and that, if you buy things, that means that you're loved more? If I buy you all these things, that means that I love you. I thought you're supposed to just show somebody love. So that's what I think women feel like when they're giving you sex. They're like, okay, this is an important part of me. Men don't look at sex the same way. They don't look at it like that. Women look at it as an intimate thing. They look at it like something, especially if they're in a relationship, they look at it like a part of them. They're giving themselves to you every single time that they do it. Every time. It's something that's deeper for them every time. Men just like, oh, it's just some pussy. Like, that's how they look at it. That's why they can't see the connection between a gift, it being something special as a gift, and it being, and getting them something monetary, something physical and materialistic. They can't see the connection. Women can see it as like, I'm giving you a piece of me every single time, and on this day it's special because I'm trying to do something different. So basically she said, that's basic. He said that was basic bitch shit, and she said that you're either broke or selfish. And I just also, in addition to what I just said, I also said, so I'm a basic bitch because, I know how to let a man play his role. I know how to let a man be the dominant one in the relationship. That makes me basic. And that's another thing. Like, these terms, basic bitch, like this is what I mean, how men are very selfish when it comes to things like that. Like, they think that if they don't get anything, you're basic. It's about love and affection. So because I'm not giving you something, I'm basic now. Because I'm not buying you anything, I'm basic now. My love isn't basic. My affection isn't basic. Me being there for you every day isn't basic. Me catering to you isn't basic. Like, how is any of that basic? How? Because I'm not buying you something physically in your hand, it's basic. You don't have to give anybody anything. It really boils down to you individually. But I also never said in the post that you shouldn't get your man anything. I never said that. They kept missing my whole point. The point of my argument was, I don't think that women should be the ones controlling the majority of everything on Valentine's Day. I think that it's really a woman's holiday because they take it seriously. They take it more seriously. They get offended when you don't give them anything. Men could care less. They take it seriously. So I didn't say you couldn't get your man anything. Get your man whatever he wants wants you to get. Like, get him whatever you think is necessary for him to get. It really boils down to the individual. So, so basically, I thought that that was just kind of a little inappropriate that, you know, a woman was saying that. Another woman commented, and she agreed with my comment. She said, I agree, but I don't think that she should have just done that. And I agreed with her. I said, I believe that. I think that if a woman is going to give you sex for Valentine's Day, I do believe that she should do something special for it. So that's what I mean. Like, I think that you should cook, you know, it should start in the morning. You should, you know, maybe cook him his favorite breakfast, cook him his favorite dinner, you know, send sexy text messages throughout the day, pictures, or just, you know, talk to him throughout the day. And yes, some people say that you should be doing this every day, but let's just be realistic here. Everybody doesn't have that type of relationship. Everybody doesn't have sex every day. Everybody doesn't do that stuff every day. Relationships decline, relationships get stale, you know, some people need things to spice it up. And plus, if you do that every day, you're going to get sick of that person really quick. It's not going to last very long. It's not going to be any mystery or chemistry anymore because you already worn it all out. So you should be doing something special like that. That's why I said earlier that I believe that women are more of the romantic side of Valentine's Day. They're more of the sexual side, the romantic side, the, you know, baby, let me cater to you side. Let me give you a massage. Let me do some bath water for you. Let me put on your, you know, some music and dance for you. If they never have, let me rub your feet or something. You know, let me turn on this football game. Let me not nag you for a day. You know, let me clean everything up. You don't have to do what you usually do today. Like, those are type of things I think men should, you know, do materialistic things if they feel like, or they can do massages or whatever. They can do whatever. But I believe that when it comes to spending money, I believe that a man should kind of take the dominant role, like, of buying things, you know. So that doesn't mean I'm saying that women shouldn't buy things. I think that if you want to, you should. I would. I'm just saying that I don't think that she should be the only one, or she should be the one going all out and doing all this crazy paying and stuff. No, I don't believe that, because I think that's how roles slowly get reversed. I think that's how you slowly reverse roles. That's why men are complaining now. That's why they want gifts now, because nowadays they're becoming more feminine. They're becoming more like women. Women are a lot more controlling now. They're a little harder now. They're more stern. They're more serious. Like, they know what they want now. Like, they're becoming more dominant. And next thing you know, if we're buying everything, you know, we're going to be changing tires and fixing shelves and doing plumbing and all this stuff. And I don't believe that that's right. I think that's something a man should be doing. I think that's a man's role. So, excuse me, one of the last comments that I saw was, this gentleman said that yeah, you should be doing those sexual things every day, and you should be doing all this every day. And then he contradicted himself and said that everybody doesn't care about, you know, if you don't have sex with your man for 90 days, you know, then of course he's going to miss the sex. So he was contradicting himself. So his point was really irrelevant to me. But regardless of all that, I think you should let a man be a man when it comes to doing things in a relationship. So also, one of the last things I saw was this gentleman made a comment, and what he said was, this is how men get side chicks. This is a recipe. What you're saying is a recipe for how a man gets a side chick, and, you know, this is how side chicks come into play, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And this was just very interesting to me, like, that he said that, because first of all, I think that men saying that is an excuse. I think that they feel like they need any reason to cheat sometimes. Like, they just need an excuse to cheat. So you're telling me because all I give you is sex, you're gonna go get a side chick. Like, sex isn't good enough for you. But if I don't give you sex, you're gonna go get a side chick. Sex is good enough for you, but you're still gonna go get a side chick. If I just buy you gifts and I don't give you sex, then you're gonna be like, where's the sex? And then you're gonna go get a side chick. So I feel like men just use that as an excuse to cheat. Like, they use that as an excuse. Like, if you feel like you're not happy in your relationship and you go get a side chick, you shouldn't be in the relationship to begin with. You shouldn't be in a relationship. One, you're not mentally mature enough for a relationship. Two, you're you have a recipe for disaster. If you can't handle your emotions well enough to where you can't maturely talk to that person without cheating on them, then you don't need to be with that person. Like, that is such a horrible reason and a horrible argument to put. Like, that is just like a horrible argument. So if I don't give you anything and I just, buy you gifts, you'll be questioning me. But if I have sex with you all the time and just give you sex and give you sex on holidays and just please you, then you'll go get a side chick. It's like men don't really know what they want. They're just as confused as women. I think that what it really is, what it boils down to, is that men don't want to spend any money. They don't want to spend any money. I mean, the broke ones, or the selfish ones, or the ones that are unappreciative, they don't want to spend any money. They don't want to go out there and spend money on their girl. They're like, well, I'm spending all this money, why don't you spend money? A man plays a dominant role and says, baby, you don't have to get me these things. She should be getting them because she wants to get them to you. Like, men feel like they, on Valentine's Day, they have to do things, like they have to give them to you because it's Valentine's Day. And I'm sorry that they feel that way, but women, that's what a man kind of does. Like, they take care of a woman. They show appreciation. Women show appreciation a different way. Women are more sexual creatures. I mean, men are too, but they're more like romantic. They're emotional. Men are physical. They're physical. So if a woman doesn't get anything on Valentine's Day, she feels some type of way. If a man doesn't feel anything. Some of them might feel some type of way. They might get a little offended, like, well, why you ain't give me anything? But they're not going to take it as seriously as a woman. So I just think it's very interesting how these posts keep coming about and these videos, and I just don't understand it. I'm just going to say that this is my personal opinion. Okay, like, this is my personal opinion. I'm not saying that everybody should be this way. This is just an opinion that I think. And everybody was kind of like trying to debunk it and saying, oh, you're wrong, and excuse me, and I'm this, and you're like this, and no. And I'm like, how can you get mad at what somebody else's opinion is, what somebody else's reality is? Like, they were trying to use so many comparisons, trying to debunk what I was saying. They were trying to say that, oh, if a man cheats, and women, if a man cheats, then women try to and a man tries to do something to make it up and stuff like that. But if a woman cheats, she'll try to throw pussy at you and have sex with you to hide it. So first of all, that's not true at all. One, it boils down to the individual. You can't, I don't ever speak in generalization. I speak from my own personal experiences, and because everybody's reality is different. I don't speak in a whole. If I do speak in a whole, it's from statistics, but I speak men, some women. That's what I say. So, but first of all, on that comment, women, anybody can act that way. If a man cheats, then men, a lot will lie, cover it up, try to have sex with you to get you emotionally attached, because women are emotionally attached to their mates. They physically, sex gives them more emotions. They will lie, point the finger of blame. They'll do whatever they can to throw you off track. So he's saying that if a woman cheats, she'll try to have sex with you, throw it off track. Men do the same thing. Anybody would do that. Anybody would do anything to throw you off track. If they wanted to lie about cheating and still wanted you in your life, that's how a person is. It has nothing to do with how a man or a woman is. That's how a person is. And I think a lot of men, they generalize because they use their personal experiences to judge a whole population of people, like, and how women act, or how men act. Like, they just generalize it because they're so hurt about how they were treated or what happened to them in their previous relationship, that they think that that's how all women are. Like, okay, so I'm supposed to buy you all these things, and you don't buy me now, you're not going to appreciate, and all that stuff. Like, a lot of women aren't like that, honey. A lot of women are not like that. A lot of them will appreciate it. A lot of them don't want all those things. Personally, I don't want all that crap. Like, I don't. If you give me those things, I'll love it. But I'll love it just as much as if you got me a card. I like to be shown affection. I like to be taken out, like, to dinner and stuff. I like to talk. That's what I want. I want to communicate with you and do something special. I want soul intimacy. It's Valentine's Day shouldn't be about materialistic. It shouldn't be about that. It shouldn't be about materialism. Like, when did it turn into that? It's supposed to be about loving the person. It's supposed to be loving who you're with. It is still, to me, a woman's holiday because they take it more seriously, but it's still about love and togetherness. And I think that men are missing the point of that. They think that they deserve or they have to get a gift, just like women think that. That's what I mean by role reversal. They're starting to think the way that women think, and women are starting to think the way that men think, because it's going to be more of these men out here saying, why aren't you giving me a gift? And women will be like, oh, I should be buying him all this stuff. I should be buying him this and that. And then they're going to keep doing that. Holidays are going to come around. They're going to keep being the one buying all the gifts. And men, a lot of them don't want to spend money. They're going to say, oh, well, my girl is cool with me not getting her anything. She told me she was cool with it. But I guarantee you she's not. And then that's when the control in the relationship shifts. Who has the control in the relationship. So do whatever you want in your relationship. I told them all, I was like, I respect all of your opinions. I love debates. I love talking about debates. I loved going back and forth, but it was becoming tiring, and they were missing the point that I was trying to say. And just the point of my whole argument was that I think that the man should be the more dominant one. It's not about what you're getting or how you're getting or how much you're spending. I just think that men should be the more dominant one in the relationship on Valentine's Day, on holidays. They should be surpassing what a woman's expectations. They should be taking control of the relationship, because it all starts there. It all starts about how you're getting things, how that person's perceiving you on these days. Holidays, you're wide open, you notice things, more, especially as a woman. Valentine's Day, you're like, okay, you notice, because you're aware, your awareness is heightened because it's a Valentine's Day. Everybody knows it's Valentine's Day. Everybody's like, what'd you get? Everybody knows what you get for Christmas, what'd you get for this day, what'd you get for your birthday. So I think that men should know that since women are so aware on this day, their expectations should be, superseded. It should be higher than a woman's, because women, they think of special things. So ladies, if you want to do something sexy for your man and, give him sex, then girl, go ahead and do it. Do something nice, dress up, give him a massage. I mean, what the hell is wrong with that? Give him a massage, make him some dinner, make him some dessert, do something really special for him. Get him a card, buy him some cologne, do something like that. Do those things. Men, get balloons, run her bath water, do a massage too, do mutual massages, get her something special, buy her a necklace or something. Those are little things that are special. Men say that they don't care, they say they want these little things, but if I bought you a card, and if you were really the type of man that was upset and wanted a gift, if I bought you a card, it wouldn't be good enough for you, because men want material, they want physical. Women want emotional. So I'm just saying, it's just, you should be more appreciative of whatever you're getting from that person, whatever you're getting, because if that woman never has sex with you again, you're going to be wishing that you had sex on Valentine's Day. So I just think that, everybody should just humble themselves a little more. It really, do whatever you want to do in your relationship. Don't let these posts and these memes and these, ideas of other people mold your opinion to what you think is right. Just do what's comfortable in your relationship. It's just too many men out here saying, yeah, right, getting me some pussy, that's all I want. Okay, if that's not what you want, then tell your girl you want something else. Tell your girl, babe, I know that I'm a man, I know that most people don't think that, men deserve anything on Valentine's Day, but it would be really nice if you got me something, something different, something special. I really like this thing. I mean, speak up. How is a woman supposed to know? Women tell you, they remind you it's Valentine's Day. Babe, what are we doing Valentine's Day? What are we doing this? That's why, because we take it seriously. So if you can't get upset when you don't take it seriously, you don't say anything about it. You can't get upset when you don't put it out there. We put it out there. We know it. We remind you about it. So, you know, do what you feel, do what's right for you, do what's right for your relationship. And that's all I gotta say. You know, I'm a simple girl. But you know, so I appreciate you all watching this video. Don't forget that whenever my videos say MFM MFMWFV, that means men are from Mars, women are from Venus. It'll have the topic, and that's the discussion between men and women. Also, I'm excited to say that I am going to be going to school and continuing school for my social sciences degree, and will be furthering my education to later get a bachelor's in psychology and social work. And maybe down the road, you know, in a few years, I'll try for my PhD or my master's or PhD in psychology, because my ultimate goal is to become a counseling psychologist. So from when I start school, I will be implementing a lot of my learning and my ideas in the videos so basically you'll get free therapy sessions. So, you know, after a while, after I graduate and, you know, become a professional psychologist and everything, and I'm working, and then I'm gonna have to start charging you all. But as for now, I have no problem talking to people or giving them, you know, any type of advice with whatever they need for free. So it's more experience for me, it's more learning for me, it's really helping me as well. So if you want to email me about anything or discuss anything, or you have an opinion about something, then just let me know. You can email me at fitnesswithkj.luv@gmail.com. You can catch me on my Facebook. It's KJ Lovely, L-U-V-L-E-E-Y Jones, and my Instagram is it's KJ Sagittarius, but it's at XLUVLEEY Jones X. So I will be looking at other topics to discuss, and I hope you all have a fabulous Valentine's Day, and you get whatever you want to get for your Valentine's Day. You get gifts, you don't, you get love, you don't, you get whatever you want. Do what you want. So I hope it works out for everybody, and peace and love and light.